Bitcoin, please go to moon. Stop going sideways now. Don't ever say we going down to 1K, but Mr. Novogratz say we have bottomed out. Bottomed out, Novogratz is bullish. Bottomed out, don't ever rise is bearish.
Bearish target 13 times there.
Novogratz is bullish.
Bitcoin could be at 40,000.
Let us go to moon.
Yo, welcome everyone to today's cryptocurrency price prediction and technical analysis live stream. On today's live stream, we really need to talk about many different things about Bitcoin, about Ethereum, and also we are going to do later in the live stream XRP technical analysis. We are going to talk about what other people are right now doing in the market, because it really does look like the CVD indicator right here looks very, very interesting. Also, we need to talk about our WXY correction. Bitcoin right now potentially already finished. We are going to talk about the exact Fibonacci extension and also high-term time frame areas of support and resistances. And additionally, I'm going to show you one very important level that ideally it is going to get reclaimed literally in the upcoming hours. So far, yes, I do remain in my short trade on Bitcoin approximately from 92,000 US dollar area, but also I do remain in my long trade from much lower, and both of the trades, at least as of right now, are being in a very nice profit. So we are definitely going to talk about the trading setups, and also later we can also take a look at the performance of both of the trading bots. They have been performing, I would say, quite nicely. Ideally, I would like to get more profit out of this right here, because currently we are approximately, let's just say, 11.4% in a profit after 51 days. So we are definitely going to see how those bots are going to perform once potentially Bitcoin is going to get another push towards upside. Now, before we start, I would just like to welcome everyone on the stream. Sonic, Lizini, Cyperhawk, Warmak, Emperor, Franek, welcome everyone that is right now joining right here. I really do hope that everyone is going to enjoy today's cryptocurrency livestream, and I'm really going to try and provide to you as much information as possible to what I think is potentially going to happen with Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and also maybe later in the video, later in the live stream, we can also maybe talk about other altcoins. But right now, of course, welcome everyone right here. Let's go straight into our chart right here. You probably know that for the past few days, we have been paying attention towards our liquidity level at approximately 91,700 US dollars. And look at how nicely this specific level has been respected. Bitcoin hit the level almost to the exact dollar accuracy. Not only the liquidity level, but of course also the anchored VWAP when we anchor it at this specific high. Both of the levels were hit almost to the exact dollar accuracy, and right now Bitcoin is literally trading exactly below this specific level. So overall speaking, of course, if you watched yesterday's video, you probably know that for the past few days Bitcoin is simply in some kind of a horizontal range. We got a rotation from the bottom of the range back towards the top of the range, and even right now the bottom of the range right here, later in the video I'm going to share with you exactly why this specific area is still going to be quite an important, quite actually a nice area of support. But right now in our horizontal range, are we looking slightly more bullish or are we looking slightly more bearish? Now, if you are in my free VIP Discord server, earlier today, I posted a very important chart here where I said bearish absorption continues to form on Bitcoin. That's a bearish sign. Why so? Because simply the entire time we have been trading at this specific area, yes, Bitcoin has been pushing slightly higher right here, but the thing is, it was still a lower high, generally speaking, on the 30-minute time frame. On the CVD indicator, clearly we are also getting a push towards the upside, but because we are forming a lower high here, it is simply going to be bearish absorption. And there are different strengths of this bearish divergences, and also when we are forming bullish divergences, we can say there are different strengths. Which one is the biggest, or actually the biggest bearish indication is when you get open interest increase in the middle of when the bearish or bullish divergence is being formed. So what you can see right here, open interest was definitely increasing towards the upside, while CVD indicator was pushing towards the upside, while Bitcoin was forming a lower high. So what does it mean? It means people are buying Bitcoin, people are literally longing Bitcoin, but they are not able to push the price higher because simply it was a brand new lower high. It means bearish absorption, bearish divergence, and of course definitely a sign of weakness on the 30-minute time frame. So purely looking at the order flow, not looking at any ranges, not looking at any exponential moving averages, not looking at any liquidation levels right here, not looking at anything else, but only the CVD indicator, open interest, and also the Bitcoin price itself. It would be very much logical if, of course, people are buying Bitcoin, they are longing Bitcoin, buying pressure is coming in, it would make sense for us to get a push towards the upside. But this right here was not the case. Higher high on CVD, push towards the upside on open interest, bearish absorption because of that, because clearly Bitcoin did not get a push towards the upside. So what we are getting right here, right now, or should I say, what we have been getting for the past few days at this specific area right now on BTC, definitely was a bearish Bitcoin indication. However, what you're right now going to see, for the past few hours, we have been getting a lower low on the CVD indicator, but a higher low on Bitcoin. Now, the open interest, at least as of right now, is not really getting a push towards the upside the entire time we have been forming this specific bullish absorption. Yes, price has been going higher. Open interest at this specific area is definitely going lower, but also the open interest, clearly you're going to see, it is getting a push towards downside. So what we said before, the strongest bearish or bullish absorption is when you do get open interest increase. So that is why at this specific level, because open interest got a push towards downside, I wouldn't really say that if we compare right now the bearish and also the bullish absorption right here, I would definitely say the bearish one is a stronger one because the open interest has been getting a push towards the upside versus with the bullish one right here, the open interest is getting a push towards downside. So right now looking at the order flow, in my opinion, it is still looking slightly more bearish. And if you look like that, technically speaking, we do have right now a higher probability of moving towards downside simply because people are buying Bitcoin right here. A lot of them are longing Bitcoin, but the thing is, the price is not really moving higher. And also, I did share with you a trading setup, I think, yeah, right here. 3 days ago, I shared with you this trading setup. Not saying this will play out, but the risk-to-reward ratio of this specific long trade right here was actually very, very nice. Approximately 5.5 to 1. Which, yeah, it is a beautiful risk-to-reward ratio if, of course, right now, we are going to continue higher. But the thing is, if you entered this specific long trade, right now, you know that we are forming bearish divergence right here. So potentially, you can maybe look to, I mean, if you're going to right now close the trade, you're pretty much going to close it at the break even where we are right now. We are at 90,400. So you're literally closing the trade at the break even. If you close it right now, if we go lower, you can get stopped out in a loss, because if you have a stop loss below the recent low, exactly as on this specific picture, you are going to make a losing trade. But of course, if we do get a pump towards the upside, you are going to be in a profit. Now, the thing is, looking right now at the order flow, I would say currently it looks slightly more bearish. So definitely be slightly more careful if you are right now in this specific long trade on BTC. And that is why we really need to right now talk about our bearish elite wave count. Something I think I very briefly discussed in our previous live stream. But the thing is, right now Bitcoin, it looks like potentially actually finished our Y wave at approximately 95,000 US dollars. So if right now our correction is finally finished, we can talk about like literally exact price targets of our bigger fifth elite wave on the daily time frame. So let's right now go literally step by step. I'm going to guide you and show you exactly how to properly measure the price targets of our fifth elite wave if Bitcoin does right now get another push towards downside. So what we can right now do, let's go with our elite impulsive wave right here, where we are going to say, okay, Bitcoin finished the impulse right here, we got a correction. Another impulse right here, another correction, and if we do go right now lower, lower in the upcoming days, this right here is definitely going to be the correct elite wave count. I really like this specific count, to be honest, simply because also of one thing that I'm going to show you later on Twitter that I posted only a few hours ago. But yeah, ideally, this is right here something that we are right now paying attention to, that is going to be a clean 5-wave price structure towards the downside. Now remember, I think maybe a few live streams ago, I was talking about the timing of our fourth elite wave. So there is usually a very important rule we should follow. The fourth elite wave usually takes a longer time to develop versus this, the second elite wave. So what we can right now do, let's measure with Fibonacci time the entire length of our second elite wave and put and compare it to the fourth elite wave. So clearly you can right now notice we are definitely surpassing the 1-to-1 Fibonacci time level, and we are even surpassing the 2-to-1 Fibonacci time level, which if you look like that, it is completely valid, at least as of right now. So in terms of timing of our second and fourth elite wave, I would still say it looks valid. And also right now, we need to talk about how does the correction in our fourth elite wave actually looks like. Because there is also another very simple rule we can stick to, and it's going to be that the fourth elite wave usually should not go past the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level of the entire third elite wave. So what does it mean? You go from the high here, from the start of the third one, pushing this one towards the third elite wave, and I do have the presets right here set for the fourth elite wave, where you can write a notice, we hit our 0.382 Fibonacci retracement level. I'm not even joking, almost to the exact dollar accuracy. If you are going to go with the logarithmic scale, no, unfortunately, the 0.32 was not respected that nicely, but it really does look like, without the logarithmic scale, 0.32, you be the judge, but in my opinion, it was hit almost to the exact dollar accuracy, literally exactly after we took the liquidity above the recent high. Now, in comparison to the second elite wave, the second one usually should go to at least 0.5, if not even deeper, towards our golden Fibonacci ratio, or maybe even 0.786. So when we go right now from the high back towards the low, clearly you can write a notice, we hit, if we go with second elite wave, we hit almost the golden Fibonacci ratio. If you're going to go with a logarithmic scale, you could say we potentially tapped the golden Fibonacci ratio almost to the exact dollar accuracy, and then Bitcoin got a collapse back down. But the thing is, it looks like all of the rules right now for this specific bearish elite wave count are right now still, I would say, intact, or actually very nicely respected. So I would say, if we right now continue lower, we could be expecting the fifth elite wave literally in the upcoming days. So if this right here is actually true, lower targets are right now slightly more likely on BTC. That being said, if we are right now going to start losing our support levels, we are going to talk about slightly later, be ready for targets literally below $80,000. So what can right now be the exact target of our fifth elite wave? What we can do, there are three ways to measure the target of the fifth elite wave. So right now, let's talk about literally to the exact dollar accuracy targets. We go first of all with Fibonacci extension. There is a very simple rule. The first elite wave is usually the same size as our fifth elite wave. So how can we know that? We go with our Fibonacci, trend-based Fibonacci extension. We measure the entire length of the first impulse right here, putting the third pivot of the Fibonacci extension at the start of the fifth elite wave. Of course, if we right now actually topped out at this specific level, let's go with our 1-to-1. You can notice that the target, bro, this target is a beautiful one, because it's going to be exactly below our recent low, $70,700. Beautiful target. If Bitcoin right to this continue lower, we take the liquidity below this low, we take the liquidity below this low. Crypto Fear and Greed Index probably is going to, of course, also get another major push down. Ideally, we are going to go in the extreme fear area, similarly as we got right here for some kind of a double bottom pattern. And if this right here is going to happen, I am definitely looking to buy even more. And also, I'm going to look and scale all of my trading bots right here significantly up. At least as of right now, I have 25k in the Ethereum bot and also 25k in the Bitcoin bot. Yes, right here it does say actual investment 15,000, but the thing is, I am using extra margin of 10k right here. So it's 25k plus 25k, so it's 50k. Ideally, I want to scale those bots up even more. So we are going to see what we can do once Bitcoin potentially, of course, does go lower, because it is also very important where you are deploying those bots. Ideally, you want to be deploying them on the dip down. However, even if you deploy them where we are right now, yeah, you are still going to be buying the dip, because both of the bots right here are set up. For Bitcoin, for example, it is buying all the way down towards 65k. The Ethereum bot is buying all the way down towards $2,000. So both of the bots are set up, so they are going to be buying the dip for you in a case we are right now going to get a major push down and you're already using them. Of course, you are going to go in a slight drawdown if you deploy them right now in a case Bitcoin drops. But the thing is, those bots right here are deployed for a longer period of time. I don't really want to close them right now. In terms of my manual trades, definitely I'm going to get stopped out. But the thing is, manual trades are something completely different than the trading bots. I am approaching the trading bots slightly more passively. I'm not actively managing them. I'm just letting the profits go into those bots, because you're clearly going to see the great profit of the Ethereum and also the Bitcoin bot right here is quite nice, I would say. So this right here, passive income. My manual trades are I would say are more manual income, let's just say. But the thing is, if we go lower, 70k right here, I'm looking to buy the dip. I'm going to be longing Bitcoin probably, also Ethereum, XRP, many different altcoins. The trading bots right here are going to be buying the dip, and also again, I'm going to be scaling them up even more. So the thing is, 70k right here, $70,700 is our one-to-one. If you go with the logarithmic scale, the target is going to be slightly higher, but ideally, I'm also looking for Bitcoin to take out this specific low right here at $73,800. Also right now, there is another way to measure the target of the fifth elite wave, and it is going to be, we go from the high here, back towards the low. So we are literally measuring the entire push down here, the first one and the third one combined. And we go right here with the third pivot of being the start of the fifth elite wave once again. And we go with the 0.618. So we are going to go with this one. You can notice it is going to come in at approximately $66,500. Again, below the recent low. If you go with the logarithmic scale, the targets are going to be slightly higher. But the thing is, in my opinion right now, of course, the most important, not in my opinion, the rule is we ideally go below this specific low, but in my opinion, it is even better if we take even more liquidity and go even below this specific low at approximately $75,000. If those levels right here are going to get hit, beautiful. Now also, the third way to measure the target of the fifth elite wave is going to be not with trend-based Fibonacci extension right here, but actually with Fibonacci retracement. We are going to go and measure the entire fourth elite wave with Fibonacci expansion levels, and we are going to go right here with the expansion preset. So you can right here see the first target is going to be 1.236, and the second one 1.618, and then also the third one is going to be the 2-to-1 Fibonacci expansion level. So those three targets, actually, I'm going to right now remove some of the unnecessary ones. I'm going to go without those ones. Yeah, those three targets right here are, in my opinion, the most important ones. Again, you can see 1.236, literally slightly below the recent low, but the other twos are perfectly aligning also with the 1-to-1 and also with the 0.618. So if you go with a logarithmic scale, you're also going to see perfect alignment right here. So I really like the targets if Bitcoin does continue lower right here, because both those three Fibonacci extension and also expansion levels are beautifully aligning. We are also going to know liquidity below our recent lows right here are going to get taken. And also, remember our high-term time frame levels I have been mentioning for the past few days. The daily and also the weekly level, both of those right here. Actually, let's just have this one. Let's remove all of other ones. I just want to see this one is the bottom one. Okay, so we are going to remove all of the other ones. I'm going to go only with those two. You can also see perfectly aligning with our Fibonacci extension levels. I mean, not perfectly to the exact dollar accuracy, but definitely at the same region. If you go with without the logarithmic scale, those high-term time frame levels are definitely going to be slightly higher in comparison to our 1-to-1, for example, or in comparison to our 0.618. But the thing is, they are definitely still going to be below the recent low. Ideally, we take this specific low and also this specific low, simply because look right now at the post. I think I was already showing you this a few videos ago. But the thing is, this post right here. Bitcoin swapped the lows during previous corrections this cycle before moving higher. Have we gotten this right now with this current push down? You be the judge, but in my opinion, not really. So clearly you can right here see, swap the low, pump it up. Swap the low, pump it up. Swap the low right here, pump it up. Swap the low right here. I mean, in terms of this specific theory, not even looking at the elite waves, not looking at any crazy theories, not looking at any support resistance, logically thinking, if we take potentially the low right here, beautiful targets are going to get hit. And yeah, I mean, I am definitely going to look to fire a brand new long trade right here, a massive one, because then ideally we are looking for quite a strong bounce back towards the upside on BTC. Ideally, of course, crypto fear and greed index is going to drop in the extreme fear area, is going to be in the red right here. Everyone's scared. We are also going to be paying attention to the liquidations because more people, of course, what I'm going to right now say, maybe it's going to sound slightly harsh, slightly, how would I say, slightly bad. But the thing is, more people get wrecked, more people lose money, more people are scared, the better it is for us to fire a very good long trade on Bitcoin. Of course, if this scenario is even going to play out. The thing is, I pretty much know almost exactly as you. Right now, I don't know if we go down or if we go up. I don't know that. But the thing is, if we hit the level, I know exactly where I'm going to be looking for brand new buy trades. So the thing is, you probably also know that you don't know in which direction we are going to go. And maybe right now some of you in the chat right here are going to say to me, bro, clearly you're right now saying you don't know anything. You don't know if we go up or if we don't go if we go down. The thing is, you don't have to know in which direction Bitcoin moves next for you to make money in the market. The most important thing is you need to know at what level are you prepared to buy, at what level are you prepared to sell. And I'm saying to you, if we go lower, I'm looking for brand new buying positions at the area of support. The thing is, I made right now my entire plan. All I have to do right now is to set an alert below the recent lows. I know what I'm going to be doing right here, and if the level is hit, I'm simply going to be buying the dip. Bro, this even rhymes. If it's going to be hit, I'm simply going to be buying the dip. So, beautiful area if Bitcoin right now does actually go even lower, according to the liquidity theory right here. Also, FOMO meter right here. I don't know what account this is right here, but the thing is, they're also saying, assume every sweep is a gift and you become fuel. Liquidity hunts bleed out anyone trading less cycle patterns. So, usually, sweep the lows, then rips. Classic cycle behavior. Of course, ideally, we are going to get that in the upcoming days here. If not, if this right here is not going to be a gift and we pump, if we pump much higher towards the upside, my trading bots right here, both of them are long trading bots, so I am going to be in an even bigger profit. Also, my manual trades on Bitcoin and also XRP long trades, they are going to be in an even bigger profit. So the thing is, with current market conditions, it's if you are in a position that you cannot lose, this is of course also going to be the best thing. And right now, it is up to the market to decide if it's going to give us this specific gift. Is the support area right here going to get hit? Are we actually going to be offered a beautiful buying opportunity exactly below the recent lows? Now, let me also share with you something very, very important, because the thing is, retail traders, maybe also some of you right here in the chat, really like trading patterns. I'm just right now curious in the chat right here, if you can just type very, very quickly, do you like trading patterns? Do you like going with a breakout out of the, I don't know, ascending triangle, descending triangle, rising wedge pattern, falling wedge pattern, head and shoulders pattern, whatever pattern you're paying attention to? Do you actually like trading patterns? Or should I even say, yeah, exactly right here, do you like trading breakouts? Because the thing is, a lot of people, maybe if you're watching this specific channel, because I know I have been telling you many, many times, I don't like trading patterns. But the thing is, a lot of people, trust me, like trading patterns. Now, make this make sense. I'm going to try to share with you a beautiful example because I really don't like trading pattern, or not patterns. Yeah, patterns and also breakouts. On the daily time frame right here, what can we right now see? Okay, we are forming some kind of higher lows. On Bitcoin right now, you can literally beautifully connect higher lows that are being formed on the daily time frame. With our highs, they look very, I would say, equal highs, right? 1, 2, 3 equal highs. What is this? I'm sure a lot of you are going to say, this right here is actually the ascending triangle with a higher probability of breaking towards the upside. But of course, if it breaks down, I'm going to look for a short trade at this specific area. Now, in my opinion, why I don't like trading breakdowns, breakouts, whatever. You go lower right here, we start breaking the area of, let's just say, 88,000 US dollars. Look at this. It is the high term time frame support level, weekly and the daily, exactly right here. So if we get lower right here, we start breaking down, you go with a short trade exactly at the support. Not saying we cannot break the support level and go even lower. Sure, of course we can, especially if we are right now paying attention to our 5-wave price structure back down. But the thing is, you are shorting, selling exactly at the area of support. Wouldn't it be more logical, better, to go with a short trade at the area of resistance? In my opinion, it is much better for you to look for sell trades at the area of resistance, buy trades at the area of support. I'm not saying I'm going to be buying right here, because the thing is, I am already in a long trade on BTC and I'm actually going to get stopped out. If we are going to start breaking those support levels right here, I am maybe even going to get stopped out of my long trade. But the thing is, I do remain in my short trade on Bitcoin and also on Ethereum. But the thing is, logically, in my opinion, of course, I'm not saying it's the correct one, but the thing is, I much rather fire a short trade once we are getting a push up. People are bullish here, expecting a breakout, liquidity grab right here, dump it back down. At the support level, everyone is scared, wrecked, and also they are maybe even firing short trades because, yeah, of course, they are scared. Bitcoin is probably going to move lower. But then, of course, we get a reversal, we get a bounce towards the upside at the area of support. So logically, it is much better, in my opinion, again, to go with another long trade. So that is why, if Bitcoin right now is going to, for example, going to break out of the triangle, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not firing any new long trades, not any short trades. Of course, I'm going to look for a short trade at the area of resistance, but it is going to be slightly higher above our triangle. I'm not directly going to trade the short trade out of the triangle right here. And also, even if we go lower, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to look at the chart right here and simply identify where is the best support level for me to buy, where is the best resistance level for me to sell. Again, usually the best strategy is buy low and sell high. If you are going to be selling here, are you actually selling high or are you selling low? I mean, in this scenario, one could say you are going to be selling. Of course, if we then continue lower, you could be selling at a good point. But this is not my point right here. The point is, once we get a push up, usually you're looking for sells. Usually when we get a push down, you're trying to buy low and sell high. This is the name of the game. Doesn't mean every trade is going to play out, but the most important thing is try to buy low, try to sell high. And if you're going to have good risk to reward ratio trades, smart stop loss placement, I do think over a longer period of time, you're probably going to be profitable. Also right here, with this specific trade, as I said before to you, if we go lower right here, you can get stopped out. Or also right now, if you know that we are right now forming this slight bearish absorption, potentially you can already close this specific trade. Again, it could play out, or maybe it is not going to play out. But the most important thing is risk management. And again, you're buying on the move down right here. You're buying at the support, potentially selling once we get a push towards the upside. This right here is the most important thing. So that is right now why I would also really appreciate if you right now smash up the like button in the chat right here. Also, if you want, you can subscribe to the channel. But also right now, I want to share with you something very, very important in terms of where is going to be our first local area of support. Because the reality is, if Bitcoin right now does go lower, where we do have some very nice local support levels, where potentially we can still get some kind of a bounce, maybe even our triangle right here is going to get a breakout towards the upside. Again, as I said before to you, I don't know up-down. I know what is my next key level and where we can potentially be looking for another trade. So the thing is right here, when we are zooming in on the 1 hourly, for example, what are the most important levels usually on the entire chart? If you go with this one, Literally, you don't have to pay attention to any other level but the liquidity levels. So if you can properly identify liquidity levels, you're going to be ahead of 99% of people. You can literally see right here, almost every single time before a bigger move, we get a liquidity grab. Here, below the recent lows, liquidity grab, pump it up. Liquidity grab right here, pump it up. Liquidity grab right here, pump it up. Yes, I would say with this specific structure right here, we did not take the high right here before this quite a deep rejection. But the thing is, here, liquidity grab above the high, dump it down. Also right here, we got not only one, but two liquidity grabs. Take the liquidity, dump it. Take the liquidity, dump it right here. So clearly this look like liquidity levels work like magic. And that is why what is right now going to be the first liquidity level you should right now be aware on BTC. Remember our previous video where we talked about our horizontal range. And I would still say right now to you, our range right here, it is a very, oops, not like this. It is a very important structure you should really pay attention to, because locally speaking on the 1 hourly, we do have liquidity levels below our recent lows. And what you can right now see. Also, bro, even this push towards the upside, what we said, it is a very important liquidity level. I'm not making things up, bro. We usually want to pay attention to the liquidity levels right here. This was a perfect rejection on Bitcoin. And I know, I posted this specific level before it was hit. Happy days for Bitcoin if this level gets reclaimed. Of course, it was not reclaimed, or it has not been reclaimed, should I say. But the thing is, liquidity level above the recent high, not only one, first high, second high, third high, fourth high. 4 liquidity levels aligning with the anchored VWAP. Perfect hit, push towards downside, some kind of a rejection. So where does Bitcoin right now does have another very important liquidity area? Not knowing about the range, only looking at the structure, only looking at the price action. Where is going to be our next important liquidity level? Of course, one could say exactly below the recent low. And you are going to be correct. This specific level is our liquidity level. And bro, look at this. Before we got a push up, liquidity below the low taken, pump it back towards the upside. Liquidity above the high taken, push it back down. So those liquidity levels work wonders. And you can also right here see, this is right now going to be our fresh liquidity level. Another one, this level right here, another low. Also right here, another low. We are forming those higher lows, which is actually beautiful. And also right here, another low. So one could say 1, 2, 3, 4 liquidity levels in a row if Bitcoin right now does continue even lower back towards upside. So those liquidity levels are going to be very important for us to pay attention to, because potentially we hit the bottom of our horizontal range. We grab the liquidity below the recent low. If there is a reaction back towards the upside, we can still be looking for some kind of a long trade. The problem is going to happen if our range right here is going to start breaking back down. Because if we start breaking the range right here back towards the upside, quite a bad indication for Bitcoin. And in this scenario, we are going to then again pay attention to our bigger 5-wave price structure towards downside below the area of approximately 75,000 US dollars. Now also, not only our liquidity levels are going to be literally below our recent lows, but also pay attention to the liquidation heat map. On the 2-week, not only below this specific low right here, but also much lower actually below those lows right here. So even if Bitcoin, actually, this is also one very important thing. Why ideally I'm looking for something like this, not something like this, for something like this right here, for Bitcoin to take the liquidity below the bigger low right here, below 80,000 US dollars. Simply because we still have so much liquidity that hasn't been taken below the lows here. 1 low, second low, third low, fourth low. All of those lows right here, you can also say right here, another low, another low. So much liquidity below the recent lows. And all of those lows right here are acting as a magnet for BTC. That is why ideally, I am actually looking right here for a bigger push down for us to finish the bigger 5-wave price structure towards downside. Now, one could already, maybe this is usually what happens on YouTube, right? I talk about a bullish and bearish scenario, and then someone is going to say to me, bro, you were wrong. The thing is, how can I be wrong if I show you a bullish and also a bearish scenario? The thing is, I'm simply going to adapt, I'm going to trade accordingly. What if Bitcoin does right now get a major push towards the upside, major pump? What is this scenario going to look like? The thing is, I don't know up-down. I know at what level I'm prepared to make another trade. If we go lower, below the recent lows, I'm simply going to look for buys. Nothing spectacular, right? If we go higher, I'm going to be more interested to fire another short trade. So in this scenario, if you are in my free VIP Discord server, you probably know, but the thing is, you can see right here, this is one of the scenarios I'm right now still paying attention to in a case Bitcoin does continue higher. Golden Fibonacci ratio, 98,000, 97,000 US dollar area, aligning, surprisingly or maybe not, with the liquidity level above the recent high. So this level, a very important one, if we are going to get another push towards the upside, because it is definitely going to be quite a significant area of resistance on Bitcoin, where of course we can potentially be looking for another short trade right here. So the thing is, like with my plan right here, I'm going to know exactly what I'm going to be doing if we go up or if we go down. So if you're right now commenting, or actually a lot of people are commenting under my videos, you were, of course, I do get comments, you are the best, always top, stuff like that, right? But the thing is, some people say, bro, you are completely wrong. And the thing is, if we get a push up towards the Golden Fibonacci ratio, I'm going to look for a short trade. If we go down below the support area right here, right below the recent low, I'm going to look for a long trade. I'm not saying the trades are going to play out, but the thing is, I know exactly where I'm buying, where I'm selling. So right now, if Bitcoin is going to chop around this specific level for the next few weeks, maybe even, also if you look like that, bro, the trading bots right here are almost built for that, because the reality is they are constantly buying, they are constantly selling, and in no way I would be able to trade so well at this specific range right here, range bounded environment, as well as the trading bots right here. They are constantly buying and selling. If we get even a small push towards downside, for example, on Bitcoin, on the move up right here, they were selling every few percent. When we get a push down, they are buying the dip. They are constantly buying and selling. So those trading bots in our current environment that we are right here seeing on Bitcoin, they are really working very, very nicely. So as we said before, we have made approximately in the past 51 days. Yeah, I mean, if you look like that, it has been 1 month and 21 days, and we have made, yeah, you can right here see 11.2% profit. So nothing spectacular, but the thing is, it's passive income. So this right here, in my opinion, in current market conditions, even if we go lower, they are going to be buying the dip. Yes, you can lose money if, for example, we are going to go much lower, but the thing is, in my opinion, it is still better because you're going to be buying the dip on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, all the way down towards 65K, all the way down towards $2,000. So yeah, this is exactly what I'm right now doing with my trades. I am in a long, I'm in a short. I have taken the profits on both of the trades, on both long and short. Right now, I'm simply waiting for Bitcoin to decide in which direction we are going to go. If we trade in this range for the next 1 month, 2 months, the trading bots are going to do all the heavy lifting. Of course, if you want to use the bots, you can use them completely for free. Sign up on Pionex, you get only after you register 50 USDT, then deposit. You're going to get a beautiful deposit bonus right here, and then copy the bots using this specific link down below in the description. Also, right now, of course, if you're down here, smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel, and right now, actually, I also want to go through Ethereum and also through XRP. I just want to right here see the chat a little bit to see exactly what you are saying. How possible is Bitcoin reaching 92,000 before a big push down? Or you think it is going to be just down? In terms of likelihood, like, the thing is, right now, if we start, pretty much as I said before to you, if we start losing the horizontal range right here, the bottom of the range, I would say lower targets are definitely going to be more likely. And in this scenario, we can potentially already talk about like the bigger 5-wave price structure towards downside for us to finish the bigger 5th elite wave. So right now, for us to go, as you're saying right here, for us to actually go all the way down towards 92,000, all the way up towards 92,000, it is possible. But for us to do that, if we reclaim the top of the range right here, 92,000, I do think it's going to be quite a bullish indication. In this scenario, we are going to look for this Golden Fibonacci ratio here. So for us to go right now towards 92,000, sure, of course, it is possible. But yeah, we are definitely right now going to see what is going to happen. First of all, in the range right here, I'm not really trading actively this specific range. The bots are doing the heavy lifting for me right here. So right now, what is happening right here, I don't really trade this specific scenarios. I'm in a long on Bitcoin, long on XRP, short on Bitcoin, and also short on Ethereum. So let's see what happens right here. But the thing is, in terms of probabilities, very hard to say. Devin Hood, welcome to the stream. Hyper, you're a true trader. Much love, my friend. Cheers to Devin Hood right here. Thank you very much for joining today's cryptocurrency live stream. Really appreciate you, man, because you have been here for a very long time, which of course I really appreciate once again. So yeah, thank you. Okay, let's see. I don't believe it's only down because all thief in crypto. Oh, you're saying right here, mafia in crypto, they are going to manipulate the price. We are going to see a major dump. Like, bro, if you would actually say this right here, maybe at the all-time high, which I do think maybe even some people were saying, bro, Bitcoin cannot go down. Bro, look at this right now. What I'm going to show you. Every single correction, if you go on the daily, has gotten a major push down. If you look like that, let's go on the weekly. Let's go with the logarithmic scale. This push down right here, 73%. This push down right here, 77%. What we are getting right now, it is, let's just see, approximately 35. So nothing major if you look like that, right? I do think we can drop lower. First of all, of course, I would be expecting a bigger bounce here. But the thing is, every single correction, 75, let's just say, percent push down. So for you to say right now, we cannot go down because all of the thieves are right now in Bitcoin, I don't think this is true. And I do think a bigger correction can definitely happen in the cryptocurrency market, entire crypto market, also including Ethereum, XRP, whatever. But the thing is, if we go down, simply you can be buying even more. So it would be even better if you look at that, right? Can you tell us the targets where to get in for XRP in a long trade if Bitcoin goes down, please? And I'm going to talk about XRP in a moment, bro. So definitely. Devin Hood. We miss your live streams, man. Great to catch you live. Thank you very much, man. I mean, really nice to see you here. Crypto Gangsta. I'm from Pakistan. Cheers to Pakistan right now. Let's see. How possible... Oh, no, we already read this one. Bitcoin was the most sinister asset to trade in 2025. It did the total opposite of what it should have done. Anyway, I'm cautious this year, not believing the hype anymore. Thanks for reptilian bankers. I mean, this year, I do think it can be more of a bearish year, definitely. But yeah, we are going to go and move with the price, let's just say. We can have a bullish, bearish scenario, but the thing is, the more data we are going to have, the better prediction we can make, right? So that is why I don't really want to make right now any crazy assumptions, any crazy predictions. I'm just right now focusing on what I think is going to happen in the upcoming days right here. Once we hit our levels, we can then, of course, evaluate the price action again. The thing is, what if we go lower and we don't get a bounce here? What if? I'm just saying, maybe it's not going to play out as I'm right now saying to you, right? So that is why, what if we, I don't know, dump towards 50,000 immediately? In this scenario, you should also get prepared. Stop loss is set, because in the case we go that low, of course, it would be definitely very, very bad. But the main scenario right now, in my opinion, the highest likely scenario is still going to be this one, looking for another push down. Potentially, the fourth one can go, of course, again, towards the golden Fibonacci ratio. If not, we, of course, already topped out at this specific area, and we are right now already looking for another major push down here. Also, let's talk about Ethereum, because Ethereum right now, of course, usually it is always following Bitcoin. If you are in my free VIP Discord group, bro, I talked about one level and one level only for Ethereum. Of course, I was mentioning also some other levels, but the thing is, this level right here, just a reminder about this support level on Ethereum. It's a really nice level if hit. Bro, I'm not making things up, but this level right here, approximately 2,500, 400, 300 US dollar area below the recent low, a beautiful support level for ETH. So what you're going to see right here, you go, actually, we don't even have to, we go with this one. We have, not this one, actually this one, without the logarithmic scale, golden pocket, anchored VWAP, fixed range volume profile, measuring the entire upper price action since February 2022. So we are looking at the price action, which is almost 4 years, 4 years long, if you look like that, right? Point of control, anchored VWAP, golden Fibonacci ratio, 2,500-ish US dollars. Bro, I'm telling to you, if we start going lower, if Ethereum hits the level right here, Bitcoin also hits the support level right here, approximately 75k, 70,000 maybe even, something like this on Bitcoin, bam, bam. Ethereum, ideally, bam, bam. This is what I'm paying attention to right here on ETH, because beautiful support. This is, bro, this is the only thing I'm going to right now say for ETH. This support level is a beautiful support level right here. 2,400. You can actually see right here, I do have an alert set right here. If we are right now going to go lower, but the thing is, if it's going to get hit, I'm definitely not going to be waiting for a long time. I'm going to definitely be looking to buy the dip right here. So yeah, both Ethereum and also Bitcoin right here do have beautiful support areas. In terms of the ETH count, I don't have it right here on ETH, but definitely we can also then talk about some kind of finished 5-way price structure. 1, A, B, C right here. 2, 3, some kind of the 4th one right here, and then the 5th one. Something like this, I would say. But the most important thing is, if the level is hit, I don't care about the ETH right here. I don't care about anything. Beautiful support level, trying to buy low, looking for buys right here. Ideally also, again, the crypto fear and greed index hits the extreme fear area. Bro, this level for ETH, a beautiful technical price target. Not saying it's going to hold, because what if the level gets broken, we dump, I don't know, towards $1,000? But I'm knowing right now, it's a nice level, I have a plan, I know where I'm going to be buying, and also, if you're then going to be setting the stop loss below the support level, definitely you're then going to have some kind of a proper risk management, let's just say, because you have a plan, you have the execution once we hit the level, you have the stop loss placement, proper position size. Let's see if then we can, of course, get a bigger bounce. But this level for ETH, beautiful level. XRP. For XRP, like, bro, look at this. On the daily, you can actually go with only one thing, and it's going to be a horizontal range. Look how nicely this horizontal range, let me go into today, has been respected here. Like, support level, I mean, of course, this time we still haven't formed the range right here, but you got one pivot, second pivot, top of the range, push down. Bottom of the range, I mean, it wasn't perfectly respected, but we got a strong bounce towards the upside. And bro, pay attention to this. What level do you think we got a rejection right here? I'm going to right now give you one question here. What is the most important, or actually at what Fibonacci level you think XRP got a rejection only a few days ago at the area of, let's just say, $2.4? Please write right now in the chat at what Fibonacci level you think we got a rejection on XRP only a few days ago right here at $2.4. I'm just curious right now. Yeah, okay. I do see right here a lot of people are right now commenting. 0.786? No. Incorrect. Bro, you the bro. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to let's see what happens. 814 to you as well. Golden ratio, 665. Yeah, golden pocket. Exactly as you said, guys. 0.618 and 0.65 are usually the most important Fibonacci levels. I mean, technically it is 0.618. But look right on this. Fibonacci retracement from the high towards the low. Look at the power of the golden Fibonacci ratio. And we are right now also using the golden Fibonacci ratio on a bigger scale right here on the 2-day time frame as well on Ethereum. So this right here, major Fibonacci ratio, major golden pocket. Also right here for our upper target for Bitcoin right here, as we said before. Also, I'm looking for the golden Fibonacci ratio because usually it is beautifully respected. Not saying it is going to be this time, but usually it is nicely respected. So XRP hit the golden pocket right here, and we got a rejection back down. But it wasn't only the golden pocket here, bro. Look at this. Major horizontal range. You go with fixed range volume profile. Measure it. Actually, let me go on the daily. Measure the entire range. What are usually, this is literally everything that I'm right now showing to you. I'm showing also to you usually on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and also right now on XRP is working beautifully. Measuring the range with the volume. Why? Because usually the volume levels are the most important levels in the range. So you can see, bro, look at this. I'm not even joking. Zoom in on the daily. Point of control, the biggest volume cluster, hit almost to the exact dollar accuracy, aligning with the golden pocket. And we are right now experiencing a rejection back down of approximately 14.16%. So this level, beautiful level that was hit only a few days ago, and right now XRP is getting a rejection. I did not short XRP, I did short Ethereum, I did short Bitcoin. So right now with this push down, what is right now going to be our best level for us to trade? Now, when you measure, like this specific week is actually quite hard to actually use, but the thing is, I'm still going to use it because because it was actually still the exact low. So let's use the low here. Let's measure the entire bounce. What do you think I'm going to say to you is right now the most important level for XRP? Again, maybe you guessed it, maybe not. The golden Fibonacci ratio. If you go with the logarithmic scale, it is going to be lower. And in my opinion, the lower one is better one. Because the thing is, Bitcoin, if you look like that, if we just take out the low right here, it is going to literally be then immediately the golden Fibonacci ratio. And it also means if Bitcoin starts taking the low right here, we could potentially go even lower and take also the low at this specific area. So this is why potentially, if Bitcoin does right now go even lower, probably XRP is also going to go even lower. So that is why I'm going to be paying more attention to this golden pocket. Or we can also say once Bitcoin is below this low, or ideally this low, once Ethereum is at the golden Fibonacci ratio at 2,400 US dollars, let's just say, we can also then be looking for long trades on XRP. This, in my opinion, is the ideal scenario. Hit the golden pocket, hit the bottom of the range, pump it towards the upside. I don't know if it's going to happen. This right here is only my plan. But if it does happen, I mean, it is going to definitely be a beautiful thing. So very nice support levels right here for XRP, for Ethereum, for Bitcoin. Let's right now just be slightly more patient and let's just actually see if what I'm showing you right here, right now, it is actually going to play out. If it doesn't play out, we go higher. I mean, we still do have then the golden Fibonacci ratio here, where we can be looking for a potential short trade on BTC. In this scenario, of course, I am going to get stopped out of my already opened short trade. But yeah, this is just the part of the game if you look at that, right? So let's see. I don't trade Forex market. Nice, bro. Thank you very much. What's happening next for XRP? Lower. Pretty much, yeah. If Bitcoin does go lower, I do think XRP is going to follow. I hope your bots make up for your last set. Not sure exactly what you mean with this one, but the thing is, if we go lower, the bots are going to be buying the dip. So yeah, of course, if you want to be trading with me right here, the exact trading setups for manual trading, I am using B2Nix exchange right here. No KYC, no VPN. Beautiful free bonuses because right now we are having this Christmas special campaign. You register deposit, you get a 20% deposit bonus. And also every time you hit a trading volume, you're going to get a mystery box full of rewards, VIP level 4 cards, or maybe even a brand new iPhone 17. If you want to use the bots, you literally create an account on Pionex. Also, beautiful bonuses for you right here. You register, you get $50. You deposit, you get beautiful bonuses. And then simply deploy the bots using this specific link, where, of course, the bots are actually going to be buying the dip for you for Bitcoin and also for Ethereum. Maybe if we are going to go lower, I'm also going to deploy the XRP bot. But for that, I still right now am being slightly more patient to see if XRP is going to move lower. With it being said, thank you very much for smashing up the like button, for subscribing to the channel, for watching today's cryptocurrency live stream. If you enjoyed it, of course, I would appreciate for you to smash up the like. If not, see you maybe next week, again, on another cryptocurrency live stream. But until then, definitely, I really do hope you are going to enjoy the entire upcoming week. Hopefully, of course, we are going to be able to make some very nice money with our trades in the upcoming week. But with it being said, thank you for watching, everyone. See you next time. And of course, peace out.
Vitalik, clapping. Vitalik, impressed. Happy and clapping. Vitalik is impressed. Vitalik clapping, 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 clapping. Vitalik clapping, clapping.